August, that's so far. I'm gonna have forgotten about it by then. I'm seeing Sonic. Oh! Oh! Crossworlds! Let's go! Oh, it looks really good. What the heck? Go, 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 go. Oh my god, I see what they're doing. That's sick! I didn't even realize. I gotta look back at the trailer for the first area, but this is Sonic and the Secret Rings. Yes! Yes! They're back! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Our Extreme Gear is finally back, bro! I'm sold! Day one, bro! Day one! Oh my god. Yes, bro. Extreme Gear is back. That's all we needed, dog. So it's just gonna be racing across. Okay. I hope we get some crossover characters too, though. Release date. Close network test this month? Cool. No release date. Fine.
All right. What's up, y'all? Saul here, and welcome back to the story mode. So what you just saw was my initial reaction to the gameplay reveal for Sonic Racing Crossworlds at the PlayStation State of Play today. Or what's today? Today's the 12th, right? Yeah, February 12th. Earlier today. And wow, what a spectacle that one was. Honestly, not a bad state of play. Like, I feel like the ending was a little lackluster and things like that, but other than that, like, you know, there was a lot of good reveals, especially a lot of gameplay reveals. I'm glad that they showed off most of the games here with actual gameplay, as opposed to like Solas or whatever, the Returnal 2 game, basically. But regardless, I'm super glad that they showed off a lot, especially, obviously, Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I didn't know if we'd be seeing anything this soon, although it has been about 2 months now since we've seen anything in regards to Sonic Racing Crossworlds, so I am glad that we do get to see that. So obviously, this is a completely off-the-cuff discussion. You know how it goes. This is a reaction plus discussion. So I just kind of want to address everything that I noticed and everything that we saw. So let's just go ahead and talk about this gameplay trailer. So for first and foremost, game looks very smooth. Like, it looks very smooth to play. It's very clear that they have, for the most part, seemingly perfected the style of the Sonic Racing. Because, like, I mean, not that the other racing games necessarily looked bad, but this is definitely like, yeah, this is your modern racing with proper controls, and it doesn't look stiff by any means. It looks super fluid. It looks just super fun to just drive, and that is so critically important, and I'm glad that they nailed that. It looks very good. Again, I'm not as familiar with the Sonic Racing series as I would have liked to have been. I did not care at all for Sonic Racing growing up because it wasn't Sonic Riders, and I was like, what is the purpose of putting Sonic, of all people, in a car? So why don't we just not do that? But, you know, yeah, I got older and things like that, and I started to kind of see the vision, but whatever. It's just, I don't know. After Mario Kart, it's just kind of like hard to see anybody else not mimicking the formula. But regardless, it does look very, very, very good, and I'm very pleased to see that. Next thing off the bat is there was actually a lot of characters. There was a lot of characters, and now I'm like super looking forward to it, because obviously you have the main cast, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. You of course have Eggman and stuff like that. We saw Vector in there. That's really, really cool. I'm super happy. But 2 characters that we didn't expect to see, or at least 3 characters I didn't really expect to see. Maybe he was in the last game, I didn't know. I didn't expect to see Silver, but I did see that little glimpse of Silver when Shadow bumped into him. That was great. I'm super happy about that. It's awesome to see my boy back in action. If there's a story to this, I hope he's involved, and I pray to God it's not Bryce Papenbrook voicing him. Please, God, give it to anybody else. I'm so sick of Bryce Papenbrook. But regardless, I'm glad he's back, but if he is voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, I will not be playing him. I cannot listen to that voice. Regardless though, I am happy that Silver is back. After that, of course, we did see Sage. Sage was a little more like hidden away, kind of tucked in the corner there, but Sage is a racer? That's crazy. Also, twice as crazy, she was racing in a Giganto car, bro. She turned the Titan into a car, bruh. That's crazy. That is insane work, but I'm glad to see it. I'm glad that Sage is part of the fray. She's gonna be super fun to play as. It's gonna be awesome. That's really, really cool. I wonder what her little, like, you know how they kind of like emote every time they do a little trick or something like that, every time they pull off a trick or a hit? I wonder what Sage's is gonna look like. I'm super curious about that animation, but I'm really, really looking forward to it. And then, of course, one that went right over my head, something that I should have noticed off rip, or I guess a lot of people didn't notice off rip, was Jet. Jet was there. Just nobody noticed it at first. Or I definitely didn't notice it on my first watch through, but on my second and third, I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Oh, he announced it for us already, but well before the gameplay." We'll get to the elephant in the room. We will. But what I'm saying here is that I am super glad to see that all of these characters are back in action. They're looking good. It's looking very crisp, and we have so many different characters to choose from. We have so many different fan favorites, and it's just going to be a blast to play with this massive roster. I mean, mostly massive roster. It looks like a very decently sized roster. I saw Omega in there. We didn't see Rouge, but I'm sure Rouge will be there, right? Didn't see Cream and Cheese. They're too young to drive anyway, but maybe they'll make an exception and just give her a car anyway. Maybe even an Extreme Gear. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I think we did we see Metal Sonic? Yeah, right? We saw Metal Sonic in there. That's really, really awesome. I think they're really just going balls to the wall with all the characters that they're introducing, right? And you know what? We'll get to that. You know what? We're going to get to the elephant in the room now before we get to the primary gameplay aspect. But Extreme Gear being back is what sold me completely on this game, right? Because I was already like, okay, I'm probably going to get this game. I'm probably down to play it, you know. I don't know anything. I've never really played the Sonic racing games before, so I'll give it a chance depending on pricing and stuff like that. But Extreme Gear? You didn't need to tell me nothing else, bro. I'm never putting these characters in a car if I have the option to utilize Extreme Gear. No ifs, ands, or buts, man. If they got the hoverboards, if they got the Extreme Gear, I'm using that. No, there's no argument to be had, bro. I feel like a lot of people are going to feel the same way. Nobody's going to be using cars if they have access to the Extreme Gear. And that's something that Sonic Team is going to see, like, in abundance when this game launches and everybody's playing online and nobody is using cars. They're all using Extreme Gear. That would be incredibly funny. Like, you have no idea, genuinely. But I'm super happy, especially because, you know, if you know me, I love Sonic Riders. I mean, who doesn't? Sonic Riders is such a freaking inspiration. It's such a good game, such a good solid series that just kind of died out for no reason. But you know what? I'm glad that it's getting some sort of acknowledgement. They already have a new racing series. You may as well just throw in the Extreme Gear too. I would prefer it if everybody was just using Extreme Gear, if it was just a Sonic Riders dedicated game, but I can live with this, especially because okay, this is a weird little fact about me. I did not like the design of the Extreme Gears in Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I didn't like them at all. I didn't like how they started off as suitcases. I didn't like how, like, bulky they looked as opposed to the, like, sleek, thin designs that they had in the first Sonic Riders. Like, that looked like proper Extreme Gear to me. That looked good. They kind of went back to form in this, and the Extreme Gear in of itself actually looks really, really good. Like, it's a good balance between that sleek and slender design, but also kind of bulky, but properly fitting the characters on top of it. It looks really good, so I'm very happy to see that the Extreme Gear looks like it rides properly. And even though it is going to have the mechanics of the cars, probably, because I feel like it has to, I can live with that. I'm totally fine with that. You know, we can make it work. It does suck that we're probably not going to see the little air bubble or the air waves that we can utilize for tricks and stuff like that, but I can live with that. It's fine. As long as we have the Extreme Gear, I'm sure there's going to be other different tactics and things like that to get ahead of your opponents, and it's going to be really, really fun. So I'm looking forward to it regardless. Other than that, though, we do need to talk about the other major elephant in the room, which is finally addressing what Crossworlds meant. And, you know, I'm stupid. I probably should have figured that it was going to be exactly what was said in the title. And that's going cross-world. And in the sense of Sonic, we saw so many different stages from across Sonic history. We saw, we saw little glimpses here and there, but we saw like a main Sonic Stadium. We saw the Sonic and the Secret Rings like level with the dinosaurs and stuff like that. We saw the the level from SA2 with the boats and things like that, with the airships, or no, with the like the military. You get what I'm getting at. We saw the SA2 level, and that was really, really good. That was really, really sick to see, and that makes me excited for all of the potential levels that we're probably going to see in this game. Like, we're for sure going to see a Radical Highway themed level with a crazy ass remix. A White Jungle themed level would be crazy. What's the name of the level from Sonic Heroes? The Metropolitan area with the like futuristic like setup and things like that. The Metro City, like, that's gonna go crazy as a level. If they don't cook that up as a level, they have lost the plot, because that makes for a perfect racing level for a reference. Oh my god, that would be insane not to include. All right. And oh my god, there's just so many places they could grab from. Obviously, Soliana could go crazy as a racing level. Empire City from Sonic Unleashed and things like that. There's just so many places they could grab for references. So we're gonna talk so much about this, but I'm very glad that they have like a unique little gimmick and mechanic that allows us to choose between which world we're gonna go to. We have the obvious one that we're gonna see on the track, like when you're racing toward the big rings, which I assume is borrowed from the movies. That's a crazy concept. That's super funny that they did the whole like ring transporting you thing, but for an entire racing game. That's genius, right? That's super genius. So I'm happy that they did that, and that they included it as a mechanic in which you can drive up to two different rings and see that one leads you to one place, the other one leads you to another place. Or maybe that one was just edited off because they didn't want us to see any of the other levels yet, because maybe they're not complete yet. I don't know. I highly doubt that. I don't know who's been working on this game and for how long either, but whatever. Either way, regardless, we have so much to talk about in terms of Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and I'm gonna get on that as soon as humanly possible. So stay tuned, stick around, and we will talk a lot more about that. So with that, I'm gonna let you go, but I do want to hear your opinions first. How did you guys feel about this PlayStation State of Play? How did you feel about Sonic Racing Crossworlds revealed? How did you feel about everything? Did you enjoy it? Were you happy? Were you satisfied? Did they give you everything that you needed? Or were you completely dissatisfied? You were not happy with this outcome, and you would have rather have done anything else with your day? Tell me everything you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I am always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be Skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do just that. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time.